looking at the latest generation Audi A4 saloon. If that wasn't immediately obvious, blame the understated, evolutionary looks that look barely different to the model it ousted. This is a deliberate ploy by Audi. The A4's success is absolutely crucial for the firm, so why change a popular recipe? Once again it battles the excellent BMW 3 Series as well as the Mercedes class saloon, in addition to class pretenders in the forms of the Jaguars and Lexus's saloon. It's one of the most competitive areas of the new car market, and where profit and loss are concerned, the A4 is make or break. Extensive and efficient engine range. With so many cars of this type bought for company use, it's no surprise efficiency is a key denominator for choice in the segment, and it's why this generation of Audi A4 saloon is up to 24% more efficient than the model it replaces. This despite its engines boasting up to 25% more power. There's no shortage of choice, with a range of petrol and diesel engines, alongside the option of 6-speed manual or 7- and 8-speed automatic gearboxes, the former a dual-clutch system. Highlights include the 2.0-liter 4-cylinder diesels, badged Ultra, generating 150 horsepower and 190 horsepower depending upon which you choose. The best bit? The fact that the 150 horsepower edition manages to emit just 99 gkm of CO2 and claims an average fuel economy of over 74 miles per gallon. Of course, it's unlikely to achieve that in the real world, but close to 60 miles per gallon should be eminently possible. More power for top-line Audi A4's. Other engines of note include the 3.0-liter V6 TDI diesel with 218 horsepower and a 6.3-second 0.62 miles per hour time, all combined with 61.4 miles per gallon and 119 gkm. There's also a 272 horsepower edition if you want to go even faster. Even the petrol engines make a nod to efficiency, with the 1.4-liter TFSI producing 150 horsepower and emitting 126 gkm with over 50 miles per gallon on the cards. The pair of 2.0-liter TFSIs with 190 horsepower and 252 horsepower return between 51.4 miles per gallon and 45.6 miles per gallon, with CO2 emissions of 127 gkm and 141 gkm respectively. Those seeking even greater performance should take note of the S4 saloon introduced in summer 2016. Powered by a new 3.0-liter turbocharged V6 petrol, 354 horsepower is on offer, propelling the S4 from 0.62 miles per hour in 4.7 seconds and onto a governed top speed of 155 miles per hour. Well equipped at all trim levels. There are 4 equipment lines available, ranging from say, through Sport and S-Line, with the S4 sitting as a standalone flagship. Regardless of which you choose, each Audi A4 saloon is well equipped, and even the entry-level cars come with 17-inch alloy wheels, xenon headlights, 3-zone climate control, keyless start, Bluetooth connectivity and cruise control. Sport models gain more aggressive alloy wheels and figure-hugging seats, plus sat-nav and an upgraded stereo is fitted. Choose an S-Line and your Audi A4 saloon gains 18-inch alloys, LED headlights, 20mm lower suspension and subtle body styling upgrades. Understated styling works well. There's a subtle aggression about the S4 with its unique bumpers and grills, a discreet rear diffuser and exterior accents picked out in various shades of pale gray. Of course, the options list is vast, and your pockets will need to be deep should you wish to personalize your Audi A4 saloon. Choices include 14 colors of paint, various alloy wheel designs and diameters, a choice of suspension standard and adaptively damped, differing headlight technologies, seat upholsteries and interior trims, plus a variety of technology and safety packs. Exemplary interior quality. There's no change here for Audi, with a cabin quality that betters all of its competitors and sets the new benchmark for materials, fit, finish and restrained design. Elements of the firm's other cars are evident, from the full-length air vent strip borrowed from the Q7 to the virtual cockpit display first seen on the Audi TT. There are other elements to delight, With the inductive toggle-style switches used to control the climate settings, the driver-focused center console and the tablet-style screen atop of it, which looks far slicker with a high-quality magnesium surround than some rival systems. The verdict. The big question that needs answering first is whether you'd buy this over a BMW 3 Series or Mercedes-Benz class. The answer is surprisingly complex, in terms of residual values, interior quality and motorway refinement. The Audi takes the class spoils. But if you're after a car that delivers a finely nuanced driving experience, you may want to look elsewhere, probably in BMW's or Jaguar's direction. But for most drivers, the Audi A4 doesn't just hit the mark, it smashes it. Read the full Audi A4 saloon review to find out if this is the compact executive car to covet. 4 petrol engines and a quartet of diesels. 2.0 TDI 150 horsepower ultra dips under 100 GkM of CO2 range-topping performance from the S4. There's a massive range of engines available for this car, especially if you favor diesel power, and Audi A4 saloon performance is fairly wide-ranging. 4 petrol-powered choices for the regular A4 saloon range. There are 3 to choose from, ranging from 1.4 to 2.0 liters in capacity, all with 4 cylinders and turbocharging. The smaller unit is used throughout the Volkswagen Group range, with good reason, developing 150 horsepower and possessing a smooth refinement that would be the envy of many far larger engines. It'll even sprint from 0.62 miles per hour in 8.7 seconds. It's only available in Sport trims though, so if your heart is set on S-line specification, the entry-level petrol engine is the 2.0-liter. In many ways an even more exciting proposition, and not just for its extra 40 horsepower, but for its minimal emissions penalty. Compared with the 1.4-liter, just 1 GkM extra of CO2 comes out the tailpipe, and when paired with the 7-speed S-tronic automatic it manages to emit 10 GkM less than the manually 1.4-liter. Plus it'll sprint from 0.62 miles per hour in 7.2 seconds. Sitting above that is the 252 horsepower 2.0-liter turbocharged petrol, with 370 Nm of torque available from just 1,600 revolutions per minute, which feels as urgent as its 5.8-second 0.62 miles per hour time suggests. It's only available with quattro 4-wheel drive and 7-speed automatic gearbox, but comes complete with an encouraging soundtrack. Performance-oriented S4 joining the lineup in summer 2016, the 3.0-liter turbocharged V6 S4 saloon has 354 horsepower at its disposal, as well as 500 Nm of torque from just 1,370 revolutions per minute. Transmitting that power to all 4 wheels is an 8-speed Tiptronic automatic and Audi's Quattro drivetrain. Although top speed's electronically limited to 155 miles per hour, the sprint from 0.62 miles per hour takes just 4.7 seconds. Quartet of diesel power plants. The choice of diesel engines is as broad, with a pair of 2.0-liter units boasting differing outputs 150 horsepower and 190 horsepower and 2 3.0-liter V6 diesels with 218 horsepower or 272 horsepower. Even more economical editions of the 2.0-liter TDIs, badged Ultra, offer almost the same degree of performance with superior efficiency. The entry-level 150 horsepower 2.0 TDI manages the 0.62 miles per hour sprint in 8.7 seconds with the 7-speed automatic, and the higher power model completes the same 1 second faster. It feels more urgent in day-to-day too, and doesn't lose any of the refinement of the 150 bhp model, so if you can afford the extra outlay we'd heartily recommend the upgrade, albeit an Ultra guise. And if money, or company car tax stipulations, are of little concern, then it's worth trying the V6 cars, as even the 218 horsepower model, with its 400 Nm, can accelerate from 0.62 miles per hour in 6.3 seconds, all while returning over 60 miles per gallon and, when fitted with 17-inch alloys, emitting just 109 GkM of CO2. Even the 272 horsepower version, complete with quattro four-wheel drive and 8-speed automatic gearbox as standard, returns over 54 miles per gallon and emits just 129 GkM, despite its 5.3-second 062 miles per hour time and 155 miles per hour top speed. You can thank its massive 600 Nm of torque for that. Sharper to drive than before. Audi Drive Select standard adaptive dampers and quattro four-wheel drive available. The old car was criticized for lifeless steering and dull handling, not so this iteration of Audi A4. While the steering may still lack the final degree of feedback of a BMW 3 Series saloon, the helm now transfers more information than before, is ideally weighted in comfort mode and completely linear in its response. Combined with very little body roll, which provides a flat and confidence-inspiring cornering attitude, the A4 is pleasant to drive quickly. That said, you'd be hard-pushed to class it as engaging or thrilling to drive. Audi Drive Select system. Like other models in the Volkswagen Group range, the Audi A4 Saloon benefits from a configurable Drive Select system, with 4 distinct modes: comfort, auto, efficiency, dynamic plus individual, to allow for mixed settings that alter steering feel and throttle response, among other factors. Our test examples all benefited from adaptive dampers too, which are also affected by the Drive Select system, and provided our examples with a neat balance of comfort and control. Especially when combined with quattro four-wheel drive, which has plenty of grip, allowing you to have absolute faith in the car and its traction levels, whatever the weather. Sportier S4 experience. Not only has the performance of the Audi S4 Saloon been ramped up, the firm's taken measures to make it more engaging to drive, with a degree of success. Its suspension's been lowered by 23 mm compared with regular A4s, and along with quattro four-wheel drive, the S4 features torque vectoring, gently braking the inside wheels as you corner, allowing you to maintain a tighter line at higher speed. Audi recognizes that its sportier derivatives need more pizzazz, hence 60% of the S4's power is automatically directed to the rear wheels. It does make it a little more playful when the traction control's switched off, although this can be amplified further with an optional sports differential to meter out the power to whichever rear wheel has the best traction. Quality interior better than competition. Simple, stylish design breaks no new ground. Plenty of clever onboard technology available. Audi is a company famed for its interiors, and it's no different with the new A4 Saloon, which boasts the best quality and neatest, if not the most exciting, design of the compact executive class. There are similarities with the Volkswagen Passat, and even more so with the Audi Q7, thanks to the full-width air vent graphic. That 7-inch multimedia screen looks like it should fold away, as per the Audi A6, but is, in fact, permanently fixed. Choose an A4 Saloon in a high enough specification and you can enjoy the firm's virtual cockpit system, which displays all relevant information from sat-nav, audio, telephone and regular dials on a multi-configurable 12.3-inch LCD screen replacing the standard instruments. It's essentially the same as the system found on the TT and Q7 models, though unlike the former, which makes do without a central screen in addition, we're not sure it's worth the extra outlay. As you'd expect, each element of switchgear feels reassuringly solid, with fine design and neat detailing, and we especially like the conductive toggle switch-style climate controls. The MMI rotary controller, with fingertip input, is especially easy to use, and the 3-spoke steering wheel found in our test car is comfortable to hold. Seat adjustment, along with that of the steering wheel, is ample, and we found no issues getting into a comfortable driving position. Ride quality is a highlight, especially with adaptive dampers. Double glazing option keeps exterior noise down on the road. The A4 is quieter than the flagship A8. So far we've only driven cars with the adaptive damping system, but on first acquaintance Audi A4 Saloon comfort is borderline exemplary. Ride comfort is a particular highlight, and with the constantly reacting dampers, it even manages to carry off larger wheels without massive issue, generally combating any lump or bump it encounters in the road with ease. Wind noise is equally impressive, the firm having cut the saloon's drag coefficient down to CD 0.23 and claiming the cabin of the compact executive now betters the firm's A8 luxury saloon for serenity on the move. It certainly seems this way in practice, the A4 moving with impressive grace and tranquility, though again all our test examples were fitted with the optional double glazing. Familiar Audi grades of say, Sport, S-Line and S4 all cars are generously appointed huge range of options and technology available despite a massive range of options. Audi A4 saloon trim levels are easy to follow, plus standard equipment is generous, even on the more basic models. There are 4 models in the hierarchy, laid out as say, Sport, S-Line and S4. Standard Audi A4 saloon equipment. If you decide the entry-level say specification A4 is the car for you, you'll be pleasantly surprised at just how much equipment is included as standard. On the outside, your A4 saloon will be wearing 17-inch alloy wheels and sporting xenon headlights with distinctive LED daytime running lights. Inside it's packed with kit and neat details, such as 3-zone climate control, keyless start, cruise control, slick 3-spoke steering wheel and MMI radio plus with smartphone interface and Bluetooth connectivity. There's a 7-inch color infotainment screen on top of the dashboard, an auto-dimming rear-view mirror and rear parking sensors to ensure you don't damage that sharp exterior. Meanwhile, the standard multi-collision brake assist and % city ensure you don't have any unexpected accidents. You can adapt the way the car drives thanks to Drive Select, while the improved stop-start system switches off the engine when coasting to improve efficiency. Upgrading to the Sport models changes the design of those 17-inch alloy wheels and the rear gains a different diffuser design and finish. The interior gets sport seats as standard still covered in cloth, alongside satnav and an upgraded Audi sound system with 10 speakers. Those keen on the S-Line models will notice the 1-inch larger alloy wheels alongside model-specific bumpers and side sills to create a sportier look and LED headlights and tail lights, complete with the firm's dynamic indicators. The suspension is lowered by 20 mm too, though you can elect to stick with normal springs for no extra cost. We'd suggest you do. Inside, the seats are finished in a mixture of leather and cloth, while the steering wheel is badged as an S-Line version. Range-topping S4 saloon derivatives are visually distinctive thanks to pale gray grille accents, unique front and rear bumpers with more aggressively chamfered grilles and suspension lowered by 23 mm compared with say models. The cabin's similar to S-Line models but with even more black-colored fittings and brushed aluminum appliques. Audi's virtual cockpit comes as standard on the S4, too, with a unique setting allowing an electronic rev counter to be at the center of the screen. Optional Audi A4 saloon accessories. As you'd expect, the options available for the A4 saloon are extensive, and as long as you have deep enough pockets you can customize your Audi in a number of ways. There are 14 paint colors to choose from across the range, though S-Line trim adds another choice in Daytona Gray, while there is a selection of alloy wheels that range from 17 to 19 inches in diameter, with varying designs. Slightly more confusingly, there's a choice of suspension too, incorporating comfort, dynamic, sport, adaptive comfort and adaptive sport, with both sport setups lowered by 20 mm over standard and adaptive comfort, sitting 10 mm closer to the ground. You can also add dynamic steering across the range. There's a handful of options for upgrading the lights too, with the S-Line's LED headlights available as an upgrade over the xenons found as standard on the SE and Sport models, while the firm's excellent matrix LED technology is also available. Those looking to complete long distances can add the 54-liter fuel tank on 2.0-liter diesel models, increasing the size from 40 liters, while you can double the capacity of the AdBlue tank at the same time. There's a choice of cloth, leather and Alcantara and leather mixes for the seats, in different colors and shades, while you can add heated elements to both front and back chairs should you wish. A number of option packs can improve the ambience of the A4's interior too, with a choice of LED interior lighting pack, extended interior upholstery pack, technology pack, larger 8.3-inch screen with 7-inch central display between main instruments, Audi Connect and Audi phone box with wireless charging, Comfort and sound pack, electrically adjustable seating, Bang & Olufsen 3D sound system, and the Vision Pack, which includes the virtual cockpit with head-up display and high beam assist. The driver assistance pack is available in standard, tour and advanced modes and includes items such as turn assist, collision avoidance assistant, active lane assist and adaptive cruise control and predictive efficiency assist. Massive range of driver assistance systems on offer. 5-star Euro NCAP crash test rating. Quattro 4-wheel drive and matrix LED headlamps available with 30 driver assistance systems. Audi A4 saloon safety is said to be as impressive as any other model in the firm's range, or indeed those of its rivals. Highlights include turn assist, which stops you mistakenly turning across the front of oncoming traffic. Exit warning, which detects traffic and warns occupants about to open their door into it, plus adaptive cruise control with stop and go, plus traffic jam assistant, which will maintain a preset speed or distance from the car in front, while steering, even in heavy traffic. Unsurprisingly, the Audi A4 saloon scored a full 5-star rating when it was crash tested by the experts at Euro NCAP. State-of-the-art headlamps. Every A4 gets xenon headlights as standard, but the firm's matrix LED headlight option uses separately controlled LEDs and reflectors to shut off high beam when it detects other road users or sources of light. It even uses GPS information to determine whether it should switch from left-hand to right-hand traffic illumination. An optional head-up display means you don't have to take your eyes off the road to absorb information on the move. Plus, the Quattro models have 4-wheel drive to hopefully keep you away from a crash in the first place. Spacious enough for families. Impressive 480-liter boot expands to 965 liters with rear seats folded. It doesn't matter where you're sitting. Audi A4 saloon practicality is easily comparable with others in the class. In fact, we'd go as far as to say the saloon from Ingolstadt is one of the most spacious available, with plenty of leg and headroom in the rear, the firm claiming both headroom and shoulder room significantly improved over the model that came before. With the seats in place, the Audi A4 benefits from a 480-liter boot space, while folding the rear bench liberates a further 485 liters.